Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to SmackDown! This is WWE 2K24 Universe Mode episode 221, and tonight we come to you live from Kansas City, Kansas. Welcome to the show, folks. I'm Callum, otherwise known as the KO King. Welcome to KO Productions, and welcome to SmackDown, where we are on the road to Clash of the Castle Premium event, live from the Oval Hydro in Glasgow, Scotland. And as you just heard there, folks, from our great ring announcer of SmackDown, Samantha Irvin, your ring contest tonight is for the Intercontinental title. Live to kick us off on the blue brand. And this is the first of many great matches and great action we have in store for you all here tonight. You're not going to miss a second of the action here this evening. So without further ado, folks, let's not waste any further time and get right into the action. Here we go, man. Let's get to work. King coming out to try and become the brand new Intercontinental Champion here tonight live on SmackDown. It's the monster of all monsters, Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman has finally been able to pick up his first win a part of the SmackDown brand, defeating Roderick Strong a couple of weeks ago on an episode of WWE Dark. Braun Strowman out here now trying to find a big win here tonight, trying to get back to winning ways and trying to capture his first championship here in this Universe Mode series. Let's see if he's able to do it. Braun Strowman coming out to challenge for the Intercontinental Championship here live on SmackDown. But here comes an opponent, another man who struggled with victories once upon a time here in this series, much like Strowman does these days. It is none other than the current Intercontinental Champion. A shush, please. And thank you. It's Chad Gable. Chad Gable at one point went 0-10. That was his win-loss record. 0 wins, 10 losses. And then, out of nowhere, picked up a major win over Kurt Angle. Then went on beating John Cena. Him and Angle teamed up to try and win the tag team titles on a number of occasions. They lost out. Gable dropping Angle, turning his back and making Angle tap out at Armageddon. And shortly after, at King of the Ring, back in Miami, becoming the new Intercontinental Champion. And Gable already has 2 successful defenses as the Intercontinental Champion, defeating Pete Dunne, the man he beat for the gold, beat him in the rematch as well, and of course Jeff Hardy before Survivor Series. But speaking of Survivor Series, Gable did lose to then US Champion LA Knight, who has recently lost the gold. But right now it's for the IC title. Can Gable retain it in his third time of asking? Is that right? There's what they are fighting for, the beautiful, prestigious and coveted Intercontinental title of SmackDown. Let's hit the ring now with the official ring introductions from Samantha Irvin.
Introducing the challenger from Sherricksburg, North Carolina, weighing in at 385 pounds, Braun Strowman! And his opponent from Minneapolis, Minnesota, weighing in at 202 pounds, the WWE Intercontinental Champion, Chad Gable!
Thank you, Samantha. Here we go. Gable and Strowman. Gable was voted by you guys, the fans, the breakout star of the half series. After SummerSlam, we took a poll to see who was the breakout star of the half series. You guys voted Chad Gable. At that point, only picked up victories over Kurt Angle, John Cena, and in tag team action with Angle, but failed to win the tag team gold with Angle. Now he's the Intercontinental Champion. He's living up to the moniker of breakout star. But let's see if Strowman can break out. He has only won 3 matches here in this series, one of which a tag team contest, one of which a match against The Miz, back when they were both on Monday Night Raw, and of course against Roderick Strong a couple of weeks back on WWE Dark. Here we go, matchup underway. Charles Robinson, a SmackDown official, overseeing this one. Braun Strowman and Chad Gable doing a battle for the Intercontinental title here tonight live on SmackDown. Let's see if Strowman can capture the goal as he runs right through Gable. Right off the opening stage of this one. Live in Kansas City, Kansas. And there's a German release suplex, sending Gable astray now. And now look at the strength here, just throwing him around just by his leg and stomping all over him there. Big elbow right on the top of his head as well. By Braun Strowman, the monster of all monsters now. And now what Strowman got in mind here in the corner. Now a time splash now. sends Gable out of it, man. Gable is hurting. He's got to be winded after that one. But Gable able to get up to his feet and able to take down the big man. And that's like David versus Goliath matchup. But if anyone can put down Braun Strowman, you got to imagine it's Chad Gable. He has had some tremendous feats of strength, tremendous ability, and outside the ring. And Chad Gable has proven himself to be worthy of the Intercontinental Championship, even though he lost the US Champion LA Knight back at Survivor Series. Of course, LA Knight losing the United States Championship to Sami Zayn last week out on Monday Night Raw. Of course, Sami Zayn winning the Joe Brandon Battle Royal at Survivor Series, granting himself an opportunity at said US title. He is now the brand new US Champion over on Monday Night Raw. Knight lost his championship. Will Gable lose his tonight against Strowman? We will find out as Strowman hits some face first off the barricade on the outside, as that's where they're brawling right here, right now. Gable able to try and turn it around. That's a smart strategy. Take out the leg of the big man. Man can't walk, man can't fight. And Chad Gable now doing his thing. Chad Gable after the leg of Braun Strowman. And now what is Gable going to mind here? Chad in the ring, looking to try and fly perhaps, and he does. Tope Suicida taking out the challenger on the floor. Chad Gable on fire in the opening contest tonight on SmackDown, with the Intercontinental title hanging in the balance. Now Gable up to the top rope. What is Chad Gable thinking here? Drop kick finds it. Mark Strowman hitting hard. Here's the cover now. Gable for the victory, scoring only a 1, and a kick out by the challenger Strowman. First pinfall attempt in the matchup from Chad Gable there, not able to get the job done. Just in against Strowman, who almost took his head clean off his shoulders. And now look at the strength of the challenger, looking to become the brand new Intercontinental Champion. There's the Yokozuna Cutter. Strowman trying to climb up the power rankings and trying to get his better win-loss record. Kick out, however, by Gable. He's staying alive. This one continues with the Intercontinental title on the line. Braun Strowman has not had the best win-loss record in this series. Wants to get back to winning ways. And what better way to do so than to win a championship for the first time? Chad Gable taking a rest to the outside. Braun Strowman going to meet him out there. Big time knee off that top rope. Out to the floor. Braun Strowman going high risk. And it's high reward for Strowman in this one, with the Intercontinental title on the line. Back to the top now goes the big man. Strowman now, elbow drop, nobody home. Missing this mark there, no water in the pool. And now Chad Gable looking to take advantage. Rolls through now. Penny predicament. Is Strowman down and out here? Gable to retain, scoring to only a 1. And a kick out there by Strowman. Gable out of the corner, however, and Chad Gable slingshot out of the corner. Big crossbody to the monster of all monsters, trying to bust him wide open here, and I think he's been able to do so there. Braun Strowman now bleeding through the top of his skull. Gable at the top rope. Strowman trying to meet him there, trying to stop him in his tracks. Gable able to stop Strowman, however. Top rope goes Chad Gable, and a big clothesline off the top. Onto the monster. Takes him out there in a big time stomp. Back to the top rope. Now goes the Intercontinental Champion. Strowman down and out. Here goes Gable now. Moonsault, picture perfect, connecting. Here's the cover to retain the Intercontinental title. Scoring to on Strowman and a kick out. This one's still ongoing tonight. Intercontinental title on the line. Gable and Strowman going at it. Big elbow by the monster. And then here goes Braun Strowman picking up Gable. Running power slam. Well, that do it for the Intercontinental title. Do we have a new champion? Scoring 2 and Gable able to stay in it again. Gable once more. Getting that shoulder up. Unbelievable. This one rolls on. My Lord Almighty. Great contest tonight on SmackDown. The kick is off live in Kansas City, Kansas. Braun Strowman very close. So close to becoming the brand new Intercontinental Champion tonight. And look at Gable, able to take him down here. Look at this, and the ankle lock, the move that won him the Intercontinental title. Will he make Braun Strowman tap out? He's Rick Baiting it, sitting down Charles Robinson right there to see if Braun Strowman will tap out. And if he does, Chad Gable will walk out style. Your Intercontinental Champion here tonight live in Kansas City, Kansas on SmackDown this evening. Gable's got that locked in tight. Nowhere for Braun Strowman to go. Strowman's hurting. Strowman in agony. Nowhere for him to go, but he's able to stay alive using them powerful legs to stay in this one. It was a smart strategy from Gable, targeting the leg earlier on the floor in this matchup. Soften him up there for the ankle lock, but Braun Strowman able to escape. Firing back in all cylinders now, but here comes Chad Gable, and here comes Braun Strowman with a forearm, followed by a clothesline. And now wait a minute, Gable, shoulders down, inside cradle here, got him, victory roll, scoring 2 and a kick out. Oh man, Gable almost stealing it there. But there's Chad Gable this time, able to take him out and this one rolls on. And Chad Gable on fire, ladies and gentlemen. It's all serious now for the Intercontinental Champion though. Straps are down, we are fast approaching Clash the Castle from the Oval Hydro in Glasgow, Scotland. Where you got to imagine the Intercontinental title will be on the line at that event. But who will be walking in to Clash at the Castle, defending the Intercontinental title? Will it be Gable or will it be Strowman? It very well could be the latter. Running power slam by Braun for the second time. Strowman 2 for the gold and a kick out again by Gable. Unbelievable near fall. How the hell's Chad able to stay in this one style after all he's been through in this contest? After all the punishment absorbed from the monster, Chad Gable still in this one. Big shots and a big time knee right on the skull, right on the bridge of the nose of Braun Strowman, and a big time clothesline. Second one follows it up, ducks one from Braun, and a thrust kick by Gable now. Chad Gable on fire, ladies and gentlemen, picking up the monster of all monsters. Got him where he wants him now. There it is! Face first goes Strowman. Cover, incredible strength from Gable to retain the Intercontinental title. Another kick out by Braun. My God. Incredible matchup tonight. AIC title on the line. Chad Gable up to the top rope now. Gable looking to retain the Intercontinental title. Diving headbutt, nobody there. Braun Strowman moved out the way. And then here goes Braun now. Sets him up looking for the Yokozuna cutter. Strowman shooting the half now. Hooking the leg, shoulders down for the Intercontinental title. Scoring 2. Not another kick out by Gable. Unbelievable resiliency on display from the Intercontinental Champion Chad Gable. What a story from these two men. These two men, 1 point, struggling to get victories. They're both on Monday Night Raw. Now they're both a part of SmackDown. They're fighting for over the Intercontinental Championship here tonight, which is currently held by Chad Gable, and he could retain it, especially if he's able to connect with this. Backs him up into the corner, the O'Connor roll, German suplex with a bridge. Chaos Theory from Gable, bridging pin, scoring, turn, retain, a kick out by Braun again. How the hell is he styling it? Gable's in disbelief. This one rolls on tonight on SmackDown with the Intercontinental title on the line. Unbelievable shot there from Braun Strowman. Clothesline finds it smart. Gable with a knee there. Gable, big shot. Gable missed that knee. Braun Strowman with a shot to the midsection. Picking up Gable now. Third time the chop. Hands running power slam. He got it. Cover for the IC gold. Braun Strowman a snap hits losing. Got and a kick out again from Chad Gable. What on earth? Ladies and gentlemen, is it going to take to put this man down? Chad Gable's hanging in there by a thread, ladies and gentlemen. He runs in there with a big kick on Strowman. Strowman running to the outside. Chad Gable's going up to the top rope to fly here. Oh my God, a shooting star. A shooting star press from the inside of the ring to the outside. Off the top rope from Chad Gable. Taking out Braun Strowman on the floor. And this could be the beginning of the end here for the challenger. The monster of all monsters in trouble. Gable looking to retain his Intercontinental title right here, right now. Backs him up into the corner. O'Connor roll. German suplex with a bread. Chaos Theory finds it. Smart scoring 2 and Chad Gable retains the Intercontinental title. And a hell of a match. A war of attrition. Gable with 3 successful defenses now of his Intercontinental Championship. What a matchup tonight. Live on SmackDown from Kansas City, Kansas, a great way to kick us off this evening. It's Chad Gable somehow able to retain, able to hang on to his Intercontinental Championship, putting down the monster of all monsters, keeping Braun Strowman at bay and hanging on to his prize, the Intercontinental Championship, hanging on to his title as well. A breakout star of the half series, could be more than half series as well if Gable keeps this up. What a matchup to kick us off, folks. It's coming up later on tonight in your main event. The Scottish Warrior or WWE Champion Drew McIntyre will be in action, taking on NXT star Solo Sikoa. That's your main event. It comes up later on tonight, but coming up next, it's another match in the Queen of the Ring tournament for the SmackDown brand. As Carmella goes one-on-one with Liv Morgan in a first round match of the Queen of the Ring tournament. It comes to you next live in Kansas on SmackDown. And now you see the most beautiful woman in all of WWE, self-proclaimed of course, it is Carmella. Carmella this past week on WWE Dark having a losing effort to Jade Cargill in a pretty good matchup, but not able to build momentum for this matchup tonight in first round action in Queen of the Ring. Carmella has not been able to pick up a victory here in this series at all. She has not won a single match here in this Universe Mode series. Let's see if tonight can be her first time to do so as she goes one-on-one with this woman, a woman that has challenged for the WWE Women's title and Women's World title on a number of occasions. It is none other than Liv Morgan. Here we go then, folks. Can Carmella pick up a big upset and pick up her first win of the series? It's Mella versus Morgan in the first round of the SmackDown side of things in Queen of the Ring. As we take a look at the brackets on the SmackDown side of things, Dakota Kai last week advancing by defeating Nikki Cross. Of course, she'll face the winner of this match in the quarterfinals. Then next week, Jade Cargill and Nia Jax go one-on-one, and then in 2 weeks' time in the first round, Natalya takes on Sasha Banks. But right here, right now, we are ready for action as Kansas is on their feet. It's Carmella versus Liv Morgan. You gotta imagine Dakota Kai is watching this one on very closely. And she'll face the winner of this one in the quarterfinals. Charles Robinson ringing the bell now, and here we go, matchup. It's on the way. Mella versus Morgan here in this one. Big kick from Liv to get it started here right in the midsection. Carmella catching her though and kicking her right in the hammy. Carmella drop kicks swatted away by Morgan, however, and there's Liv Morgan, big insecurity, not getting her though. And Bob bitch slap by Carmella, and look at Carmella go now. Carmella off the bitch slap, and Liv Morgan not having it, my lord. And what about the main event we have for tonight? Drew McIntyre, the undefeated WWE champion, goes one-on-one with NXT superstar Solo Sikoa. Of course, Solo, this past week, last night in fact, on NXT, was able to defeat none other than Dragon Lee to not get the opportunity at Drew McIntyre tonight, but to solidify and prove that he deserves the opportunity in a warm-up match, if you will, to try and get ready for McIntyre for tonight. Of course, this match happening because Roman Reigns, the number one contender for the WWE title, he will challenge Drew McIntyre in Glasgow at Clash of the Castle for the WWE Championship in the OVO Hydro in Drew's homeland of Scotland. Tonight he is sending NXT Solo Sikoa off the Bloodline and try and soften up McIntyre and maybe even beat him and snatch the winning ways of McIntyre. Coach Drew never lost the match. Well, he has lost the match, but they've never been pinned or submitted. The only match he's lost, a fatal four-way match, which he did not take the pin in that matchup to lose it. Let's see if Solo can do that tonight, or at least soften him up for Reigns to perhaps do it in Drew's homeland of Glasgow at Clash of the Castle. But right here we get back to Queen of the Ring, of course. Queen of the Ring semi-finals and finals going down at Evolution Premium Live event, the all-women's PLE, going down following Clash of the Castle just 2 weeks after the fact. After the OVO Hydro event, as Liv Morgan takes to the skies, tope crossbody, taking out Carmella on the outside. Now Liv heading up to the top rope now. What has she got in mind here? As it is Friday Night Morgan or Saturday Night Morgan, whenever this event is getting uploaded, I believe it is Saturday. And for the cover though is Liv for the win here to advance, going to Carmella on a kick out. Of course, the winner of Queen of the Ring will get a championship opportunity at the Royal Rumble, much like King of the Ring winner Seth Rollins is going to be getting, as he will face whoever the WWE champion is after Clash or after whatever event. Never know when it's going to be uploaded or not uploaded. Never know when it's going to be defended. After that, as Liv Morgan goes off the apron there, big double axe handle taking out Carmella. I know Rollins is going to get the opportunity at the Rumble for the WWE title. Whoever wins Queen of the Ring, whether it's a Raw star or a SmackDown star, they're going to get the title shot for their brand. Either going after Bianca Belair's WWE title or Alexa Bliss's Women's World title if they're both able to hang on to their titles. Of course, Alexa Bliss was able to do so this past week on Raw a couple of nights ago, defeating Becky Lynch in a 2 out of 3 falls match, beating Becky for the third time this series. Thought in recent memory as well, able to hang on to her Women's World title, getting their second defence of the gold second against the same opponent as well. But Liv Morgan, incredible offense there off the ropes. And now Liv Morgan here got Carmella in all signs of trouble there. Big toe breaker in the corner. And for the cover now, Legacy hook shoulders down in the center of the ring. Charles Robinson taking his sweet ass time to get into position. And that's going to allow Carmella to kick out. The momentary hesitation from the official may have allowed Carmella to kick out there. Much to the chagrin of Liv Morgan, but she's going to have to keep her foot on the gas pedal here to try and put Carmella down. But Carmella right back on the offensive and now drives her face first. Big X Factor there. Goes Liv Morgan, cover, scoring 2, kick out by Liv. Liv stays in it there. This one rolling on. Live in Kansas, first round of Queen of the Ring. Can Carmella pick up her first victory here in this series and perhaps go all the way in Queen of the Ring? Let's not forget Dakota Kai defeating Nikki Cross last week. She will face the winner of this one in the quarter-final stages of Queen of the Ring. Liv Morgan, nice kick, thrown away by Carmella. Mella now, super kick on Morgan to get a major upset for her first one in this series to advance in Queen of the Ring. Scoring 2 on Liv and a kick out by Morgan. Oh man. Fast-paced action tonight on SmackDown. Liv Morgan almost got caught off her guard there. Aye, Carmella now. Mella, nice kicks there in the corner on Liv Morgan. All the way up now, Carmella and Liv. Look at Mella, what's she looking for here? A Hurricane Rana there. Avalanche style. Off the middle rope. Cover once again. Shoulders down on Liv to advance here. Scoring turn. Another near fall. Liv again. Kicking out at all costs. Carmella not too happy about that whatsoever. Big shot right in the midsection by Liv Morgan. Running in now. Liv Oblivion! Got her there. Liv now cover. Leg hook shoulders down on Carmella. Liv to advance. Scoring to the quarterfinals. A kick out by Carmella now. Oh, wow. That's a near fall after near fall in this one. Who's going to go all the way to Queen of the Ring? Who's going to advance for a big shot at Evolution perhaps? And look at Liv Morgan here. Incredible maneuver there, big comeback from Liv, getting right back into the swing of things here. And a Liv Morgan, kick to the midsection off the ropes. We've seen this multiple times. Double knees, face breaker. Dropping Carmella right where she stands. Leg is hooked now, shoulders down. Scoring 2. And another near fall. Oh man. Look at that. My days. Oh, what a knee there. Big knee by Carmella, fighting out of it. Off the double knees, getting back in, just bitch slapping Liv Morgan right across the face once again. Look at these slaps, Carmella. Very effective to say the least. And once again with the X Factor. Same position in the ring. Cover, 2 down on Morgan, another near fall. Holy hell. What a war tonight. Live on SmackDown. Live in Kansas City, Kansas. Morgan, wait a minute. Log order here, victory roll to get the victory, to advance. The kick out by Carmella. Carmella still in this as Liv clotheslines around the corner. And a beautiful drop kick there by Morgan, heading up to the tippy top rope. Now it's Liv. Liv Morgan, I put her away here. Beautiful centaur off the top on Carmella. Here's the cover now on Mella. Leg hook, shoulders down. Scoring 2 for the victory and another near fall. Man, Liv can't believe it. This one's still rolling on. Second round, or first round rather. Match up in Queen of the Ring, perhaps to get to the second round. Liv now picking up Carmella again, running in on a big flying clothesline. It's Carmella against the rope. She don't want to be there, and there's the Oblivion once again by Morgan. Here's the cover, that'll do it. Scoring 2, and Liv Morgan just like that will advance in the next round of Queen of the Ring. And there you go, folks. That is your match. Liv Morgan, Dakota Kai in the quarterfinal stages of Queen of the Ring. Of course, the Raw side of things, we'll see Kairi Sane versus Bayley in the quarterfinal round. We'll find out the other Raw side, of course, starting out in a couple of weeks. Well, starting out next week, and of course the other side of the SmackDown thing starting off next week as well. But a huge one for Liv Morgan. Carmella once again losing out. Still not able to pick up her first victory in this series as she loses out in the first round of Queen of the Ring. Liv Morgan will advance. She will face Dakota Kai in the next round of the Queen of the Ring tournament as she is now one step closer to Evolution Premium Live event. Great matchup there, folks. As you see the updated brackets, Liv and Dakota do battle in the quarterfinals. We'll see who will join them as next week's matchup between Jade Cargill and Nia Jax goes ahead. And then in 2 weeks' time, former Women's World Champion, the inaugural champion at that, Sasha Banks, goes at it with Natalya. But coming up next in this tag team action, the winner of this one will take on the Undisputed Era in 2 weeks' time for the WWE Tag Team titles. That's the Blood Bad Boys, Dolph Ziggler and Chris Jericho, taking on the reunited duo of Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate. New Cats Republic. It's going down next live on SmackDown in Kansas City, Kansas, right here, right now. And there you see the show off. Dolph Ziggler alongside his good friend and tag team partner now, Chris Jericho. They had an opportunity at the tag titles against Fish and O'Reilly a number of weeks ago before Survivor Series. They came up short. Let's see if they can earn themselves another opportunity at the goal for 2 weeks' time right here live on SmackDown. Ziggler out here, and there you see the Ocho. Chris Jericho with his menacing walk to the ring, joining his good buddy, Dolph Ziggler. It'll be a fun tag team matchup to say the least. Here in this one, your penultimate contest of the evening, live on SmackDown.
Here's a tag match set for one fall. On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 445 pounds.
Ziggler and Jericho, can they get another opportunity at the tag team gold? We find out next when we come back live on SmackDown. Don't go anywhere, folks. Big tag match coming your way next. We're back live on SmackDown as here come the New Cats Republic, Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate. Of course, Dunne, former Intercontinental Champion. So he was not teaming with his good friend and tag partner Tyler Bate for the majority of time. He was the Intercontinental Champion. He was the IC Champion for a very impressive 168 days before losing the gold in Miami, Florida at King of the Ring to Chad Gable. Him and Bate now back in the tag team division, looking to get another opportunity at gold, and they're looking to get the tag team titles off of the Undisputed Era, who have held them since SummerSlam, defeating Rollins and Moxley back at that event. But here we go, folks. It's going to be Dolph Ziggler starting this one off against the big strong boy, Tyler Bate. The official rings the bell, and this tag team contest is now underway. Here we go. Big vulnerable tap to get us started there. Tyler Bate, nice kick caught by Ziggler. Kick to the calf there by that show off. And Ziggler, oh, rake of the eyes. The official saw it. Didn't know why she didn't call for the disqualification as now Dolph kicking out the leg of Tyler Bate here. Dolph Ziggler now picking up Tyler Bate. Now Ziggler in the corner. Big European uppercut by the show off there. Oh, big kick caught though. And the big strong boy spins around Tyler Bate with a Hurricane Rana here in Kansas. And now Bate, look at this, beautifully done there. German suplex with the big strong boy. Tyler Bate overhand shot. Bate has only won one match here in this Universe Mode series. It was a tag team affair with Pete Dunne as they were able to defeat Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson of the OC. Very relatively at the start of the series, it was back in the SmackDown Tag Team Showdown to try and crown first ever SmackDown Tag Team Champions, which of course ended up being DIY, Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, who are no longer a team here in this Universe Mode series after Ciampa turned his back on Johnny Wrestling. And now Tyler Bate taking out Ziggler. Clotheslines him out on the floor here. And Bate looking to fly. Pete Dunne getting in the way though. And Tyler Bate trying to take out Ziggler. Dunne getting in the way. And now Dunne is getting attacked now by the show-off Ziggler. Let's not forget Pete Dunne winning the Intercontinental title in a gauntlet match at SummerSlam. Winning a vacant gold after Drew McIntyre had to relinquish his championship because he was going after the Universal title, which was held by AJ Styles. Look at Ziggler breaking the neck, and Dunne, Tyler Bate fly, taking out Dolph now. Let's not forget how Dunne earned his way into that gauntlet match. What a triple threat match against Adam Cole and none other than, yep, you guessed it, Dolph Ziggler. Ziggler now getting back into the ring. Tyler Bate now back in as well. Now a big clothesline there by Dolph. Dolph running out now, making the tag. In comes Chris Jericho. A man who Pete Dunne has had a matchup with for the Intercontinental title, is back in Saudi Arabia at Night of Champions Premium Live event in a singles contest that started off that event, in fact, as well. Pete Dunne, of course, retaining the Intercontinental title on that night against Jericho, and Dunne's first PLE defense of the gold, his first singles PLE outing as well for the Bruiserweight. SummerSlam was his first PLE outing for Dunne as well. As Tyler Bate and Dolph Ziggler never had a PLE spotlight here in this series at all. Well, Dolph Ziggler has, in fact. Competed at Royal Rumble and at WrestleMania. But ever since then, he has not Been a part of a show. Pete Dunne getting taken out by Jericho. Tyler Bate to roll him up here. Schoolboy. Kick out by Jericho right off the bat. And now Tyler Bate running in. Big kick upside the top of the head now by the big strong boy. Jericho in trouble. Tyler Bate springboard and the drop kick now on Jericho. Look at the springboard again. And a big back elbow now on Jericho. Making the tag now. Here comes former Intercontinental Champion Pete Dunne. And Dunne and Jericho, these two men know each other very well. Of course, having a matchup at Night of Champions. For said Intercontinental Championship. It was a great matchup. At that event, Dunne was able to retain the gold in the opening contest. And now they are back at it tonight in tag team action. For both these teams to try and earn an opportunity at Fish and O'Reilly's tag titles here on the blue brand. Big butterfly suplex off the top by Pete Dunne, taking out Jericho. And Dunne's going to allow Chris Jericho to make the tag. In comes Dolph Ziggler. Ziggler running in on Pete Dunne. Dunne big shot blocked by Dolph. Dolph now famous on Pete Dunne. The Intercontinental Champion now. Getting taken out. Rolled over. Leg is hook shoulders down on Dunne. Scoring 2. And a kick out by the Bruiserweights. Former IC Champion. Losing out to Chad Gable for his title at King of the Ring. Losing out in the rematch in the following SmackDown as well. And ever since, we have not seen the Bruiserweight. We see him tonight, however. And we could see him and Tyler Bate get an opportunity at Fish and O'Reilly for the tag team titles. Because let's not forget what Pete Dunne was able to accomplish against all 4 members of the Undisputed Era. He has beat all 4 members of the UE in singles competition. That's Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong, and even Adam Cole. He beat Fish and Cole for the Intercontinental title on the line as well. And look at Ziggler though. Zigzag on the former IC champion and Tyler Bate in to make the save. In this tag team matchup, Dolph Ziggler now going for Tyler Bate, who came in. And look at this. Ziggles here with a neck breaker on Bate. Pete Dunne trying to come back in, and Dolph Ziggler going to take him out. And a show off on fire tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Pete Dunne here on the outside, and it seems like Chris Jericho going to send him back in for the show if he does just that. Ziggler now picking him up. Tyler Bate seems like he wants to be tagged in. Big kick caught though. Dunne forearm on Dolph Ziggler. Gets spun around now. Pete Dunne, we've seen this multiple times from the Bruiserweight. X-Plex by Dunne. The release suplex. The cover. Jericho want to make the save. My God. Tag. In comes Tyler Bate. We're back down to the first 2 men that started off this contest. The original 2 superstars. Here in this one. Bate out of the corner. Beautiful splash there by the big strong boy on Ziggler. Cover here. Leg is hook shoulders down to the show off. Scoring 1. There's 2 and a kick out there by Ziggler. But imagine the Undisputed Era watching this one on very closely to see who they'll face for the tag team titles. They have defeated Ziggler and Jericho for the gold in the past. Could they get an opportunity to put down another team in the former New Catch Republic and Tyler Bate and former Intercontinental Champion Pete Dunne? Bate now sending Ziggler back in the ring in this tag team war. Headed up to the top rope now. Jericho wants to be tagged in. And here comes Y2J. Jericho now legal. Tyler Bate off the ropes. He went for Ziggler though with an elbow drop. Went for Ziggler there. And Jericho going to take advantage now. Tyler Bate taking his eye off the ball and going for the unlegal participant. And that may cost him in this one. Jericho with big offensive strikes on Bate. Followed by his spinning heel kick for his troubles as well. There's Tyler Bate though. Big kick got him against the ropes. Tyler Bate with Chris Jericho and a whole wall, and Tyler Bate looking very impressive tonight. Clotheslines him to the outside. What's the big strong boy from Dudley got to mind here? Here comes Bate. Looking to fly here. Tope Suicida taking out Jericho. As this crowd in Kansas. Loving every second of the action. As am I, ladies and gentlemen. What an episode of SmackDown this truly is. My Lord, Tyler Bate picks him up. Nice shot though from Chris Jericho. He got the counter and a cold breaker. Cold breaker by Jericho. Cover here. Ziggler and Jericho to get another opportunity at the goal. Kick out by Bate. You saw Pete Dunne come into the ring there, but he didn't make the save. He had faith in his boy and his tag team partner to kick out. And that's exactly what Tyler Bate did. And Jericho, more forearms there on the big strong boy. Bate off the ropes and Bate got him with an incredible kick there. And here comes Tyler Bate. Big strong boy now. Off the ropes. The rebound and the launch with a clothesline off the ropes. Cover on Jericho. Leg is hooked and there's Dolph Ziggler before the officials count him on. And to make the save, Bate not happy and he takes down that show off now. My God. Nice shot ball block there Chris Jericho, big forearm, Tyler Bate. Right there, waiting in the wings though. Big shot trying to stop in his tracks. Jericho stopping in though. Top rope from Jericho and a crossbody. Cover now. Jericho and Ziggler for the tag title opportunity. Scoring 2 on a kick out again by Tyler Bate. My lord. And a tag made. Well needed tag in comes former Intercontinental Champion, the Bruiserweight. Pete Dunne is here. Dunne going straight for Chris Jericho. Big shot by Jericho and a Judas Effect. Judas Effect on Pete Dunne. Cover. Scoring 2. Kick out by the Bruiserweight. Oh man. Jericho almost putting Pete Dunne away. Another tag now. In comes Dolph Ziggler. Ziggler in against Pete Dunne. Big shot blocked by the Bruiserweight. The forearm now on Dolph. Dolph being turned around. Big forearm now. And here comes the Bruiserweight with battering. Battering by Dunne on Ziggler. Here's the cover for the number 1 contenderships. And there's Chris Jericho making a save. Oh man, and Pete Dunne wants a piece of it. And Pete Dunne's going to get some. Going after Chris Jericho. And it seems like Dunne ain't done yet by a long shot. Here comes the Bruiserweight. Tope Suicida taking out Jericho there. My God. Dolph Ziggler's pissed off. Pete Dunne comes back in. Schoolboy now. New Catch Republic for the tag titles here. For the tag title opportunity in 2 weeks' time. And a kick out by Ziggler at the Schoolboy. My God, big shot blocked there. Forearm by Dolph. Super kick. Falls out of the pinfall. Shoulders down on Dunne. And there's Tyler Bate making a save in this incredible tag team contest. Ziggler taking out Tyler Bate as well for his troubles. My God. And it's Ziggler and Dunne who are the legal men in this contest. But right now, Dolph Ziggler going to take an attention out to Tyler Bate. With a big tope. Suicida over the top rope though. Taking it the big strong body now Dunne. Going after the leg with a chop block now. Chop block on Ziggler. Picks up Dolph now. Got in mind here. Pete Dunne with a set out powerbomb. Cover here for the victory. Scoring 2 for the number 1 contenderships. Kick out by Ziggler again. My lord. And back in now comes the big strong boy Tyler Bate. Looking to put Dolph Ziggler away. Big flipping senton by Tyler Bate. And then Tyler looking to fly again. Oh man, went for a corkscrew. Slingshot splash there, but Ziggler stopping in his tracks and sends him back into the ring. And now what is the show? I've got a 9T on Tyler Bate in this tag team contest to try and earn an opportunity to the tag team gold. Ziggler and Jericho already got a shot. They could get another one. When they like through over here against New Catch Republic. Avalanche X Factor there by Ziggler. And then bam, there goes Pete Dunne off the apron. This is an opportunity now. Dunne and Bate are out of it. Ziggler and Jericho for the tag title opportunity once again. Sends Bate in the corner. Tag made. Here comes Jericho. This is all she wrote here. For New Catch Republic. Zigzag and a big boot combination. Jericho legal here on Bate. Cover now. Leg hook, shoulders down. Scores 2. Kick out by Tyler Bate. Pete Dunne when it got there too late. And Bate hadn't kicked out. So you gotta be happy if you're Pete Dunne. For Tyler Bate able to get that shoulder up there, man. And now Jericho and Bate are legal. Jericho pissed off. And the fact that Tyler Bate's still fading along in this matchup. Tyler Bate, big knee there. Right to the top of the head of Chris Jericho. Tyler Bate, big kick to the midsection. Bate now. Got it with a Tyler Driver 97. Shoulders down on Jericho. Scoring 2 and a kick out. Oh, man. Look at this. Tyler Bate knocking Ziggler down. Ziggler gone now. And now Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne, New Catch Republic for the win here to get the opportunity at the tag team titles in 2 weeks' time against Fish and O'Reilly. Tag been made. Dunne is legal. Dunne gonna pick up Chris Jericho. Burning Hammer, double knee combination. Dunne in for the cover, legs, hook, shoulders down. New Catch Republic at the shot, scoring 2 and a 3. And Dunne and Bate are the number 1 contenders for the WWE Tag Team titles, and they will face the Undisputed Era's Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly for the gold in 2 weeks' time, right here on SmackDown. What a matchup in your penultimate contest of the evening. Great victory right there, folks, for New Catch Republic, man. What a win Pete Dunne, former Intercontinental Champion, looks to get more gold in this series alongside his good buddy Tyler Bate and New Catch Republic. Can they do it? We're going to have to wait and see in 2 weeks' time live right here on SmackDown. But now, folks, it's time for your main event of the evening right here live on SmackDown from Kansas City, Kansas. This undefeated WWE champ Drew McIntyre battling NXT superstar Solo Sikoa. And it's next live in Kansas. Here we go. Here comes the face of SmackDown, and even more so the face of the WWE even after Survivor Series, because he was able to defeat World Champion Samoa Joe, proving well he's the top dog of this Universe Mode Series. And after the fact, Joe lost the world title following a Money in the Bank cash-in from Aleister Black afterwards. There he is, the WWE champ, the Scottish Warrior has arrived.
It's scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Ayr, Scotland, weighing in at 254 pounds, the WWE Champion, the Scottish Warrior,
Drew McIntyre, ladies and gentlemen, been the WWE Champion ever since SummerSlam. Well, it was the Universal title he actually won, but then he became WWE Champion. He subbed out the Universal title for the WWE title. That's the title that he wanted to represent the company with. That's the championship he wanted to hold as the face of SmackDown and the face of WWE. He's never been pinned, never been submitted, but tonight it could change because he's taking on Bloodlines enforcer Drew McIntyre is battling Solo Sikoa here tonight in your main event of SmackDown this evening. Of course, let's not forget Solo Sikoa, an NXT superstar, but Roman Reigns, I'm picking Solo tonight to do his dirty work for Reigns, as Reigns is the number one contender. Here in the opportunity last week on SmackDown by defeating two members of Team SmackDown alongside Reigns as well, and the likes of Cody Rhodes and Adam Cole. The other member of Team SmackDown, Seth Rollins, already getting a title match at the Royal Rumble Premium Live event, regardless of who the champion is, whether it's Reigns, whether it's McIntyre. Rollins is getting the shot at Rumble because he is the King of the Ring winner. He won King of the Ring, and he gets the opportunity at the Rumble. But a big opportunity for this man as well tonight. The Samoan Street Champ has arrived. The first time we see him on the blue brand. He's been a part of Monday Night Raw before for one night only in a losing effort to Finn Balor, but before SummerSlam, Samoa Joe picked him to take on Finn Balor, his SummerSlam opponent. But tonight, Solo doing battle with Drew McIntyre, the WWE Champion on SmackDown. After getting a win over Dragon Lee last night, proving he is ready for a big stage like this on the blue brand. If you're blue brand general manager Terry Long, you're going to be looking at Solo Sikoa as a potential pick for your brand to maybe call him up to the main roster, especially if he's able to defeat or just have an amazing performance tonight against WWE Champion Drew McIntyre. Here we go, folks. Referee ringing the bell. Your main event is underway. McIntyre showing out to the crowd, as is Solo Sikoa. This is going to be a fun one tonight. And your main event, first time ever clash between these two men. Don't forget Drew McIntyre. He defeated The Rock, another Bloodline representative, back at King of the Ring in Miami, Florida. King of the Ring PLE in Miami, The Rock's hometown. Drew McIntyre defeated him, but before that, on the lead up to King of the Ring, Drew McIntyre defeated not one but two members of the Usos in singles competition. Defeat Jimmy and defeated Jay in singles competition. Leading up to that, there's only one man left, and that is Solo Sikoa. And then of course Roman Reigns, but he's getting the shot at Clash at the Castle, and Reigns will be in action next week on SmackDown in the main event as he goes one-on-one in a first time ever clash against the American hero, the Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle. That's going to be an awesome dream match next week right here on SmackDown. Also going down next week on SmackDown, ladies and gentlemen, it has been confirmed. The Queen of the Ring first round matchup, Jade Cargill, one-on-one with Nia Jax. As well as that, so much more going at it Next week, we're going to find out the number 1 contender for the Intercontinental title to see who will face Chad Gable for the gold at Clash of the Castle in Glasgow. Finn Balor goes one-on-one with Kevin Owens. As right now, Drew McIntyre taking the fight to Solo Sikoa. Tope con Halo to the floor. Taking out the Street Champ on the outside. Sends him into the barricade, hitting hard now. Oh, Drew ain't done just yet. Look at the strength here of McIntyre. Hanging Solo up the dry now. On the barricade. Hitting him hard. Stomach first. Of the Ever Given barricade there at ringside. McIntyre sending Solo back in. Drew heading up to the top now. What's the WWE Champion thinking? Went for a double axe handle. Solo went for something. Didn't get all of it. McIntyre overhand shot. Blocking that now is Solo. A spinning heel kick there by the Street Champ of the Bloodline. Going now, shoulders down on McIntyre for a huge upset kick out by Drew before the count of 1 from the official. She couldn't even get her hand to the mat to get the count. Solo kicking out. And there's McIntyre, big clubbing shot connecting. And ladies and gentlemen, it's been confirmed that at Clash of the Castle, after the events of last week, Charlotte Flair defeated the EST, the WWE Champion Bianca Belair in a non-title matchup. She will get an opportunity next week, well, Charlotte, to really further her opportunity at getting the WWE title opportunity, because going down at Clash of the Castle, Teddy Long is signed off and it's Charlotte Flair will get a shot at Bianca Belair for the WWE Women's title. One-on-one for the gold at Clash at the Castle. Where the hell is Solo Sikoa going? That's a big matchup for Scotland. Charlotte versus Bianca. The WWE Women's title is on the line and Charlotte will be in action next week on SmackDown to have a warm-up match ahead of her contest with Belair at Clash at the Castle on the Oval Hydro live in Glasgow, Scotland. Charlotte in action next week and so much more going on. You don't want to miss any of the action next week live on the Blue brand here in this KO Production Universe Mode Series. Look at McIntyre, look at the strength now in a big duck range sit out powerbomb cover on Solo. Solo to a kick out by Sikoa at 2. Solo staying in it now. McIntyre doesn't know what to do here. Big elbow drop to the back now on Sikoa. And here comes McIntyre now raining down. Big heavy leather offense on the Street Champ Solo Sikoa. McIntyre though getting run in. We got freight train there from Solo running STO. Solo might not be 100%. He had a ruling war last night in Nashville against Dragon Lee. Of course, had to make a very long drive here at Kansas and go against Drew McIntyre in the main event, but he is here and he is ready for a fight against Drew McIntyre here this evening. Here comes Sikoa off the rope to the outside. Double axe handle, taking out McIntyre on the floor. And there's Solo Sikoa sends him back in the ring. Of course, Roman Reigns getting the shot at Clash of the Castle. Solo here trying to be sent to soften up McIntyre or even defeat the WWE Champion ahead of Reigns' WWE title matchup at Clash in Glasgow. There's a 2 count, a Solo strike there and a kick out by McIntyre, but a very weak kick out by the WWE Champion, a man that's never been pinned, never been submitted. Is certainly in a world of hurt and in big trouble here from Solo, but not for long. Glasgow kiss from McIntyre. Finding its mark. Goes straight for the cover now. Leg is hook, shoulders down to Sikoa. Scoring 2 and a kick out by Solo. Solo stays in it here, man. Drew McIntyre trying to get ready for his defense against Roman Reigns at Clash. He's in the corner. There's the Claymore on Solo. Good night, Sikoa. Leg hook, shoulders down once again in your main event. Scoring 2. Solo stays in it, however. Solo Sikoa still alive. Unbelievable scenes tonight, man. My days, the big stomp there. And now Solo heading up to the tippy. Or sorry, Drew McIntyre rather heading up to the tippy. Top rope, missing out with the leg drop. Falling hard there. Solo Sikoa dropping him with a headbutt. Heading up to the top rope. Solo now with flying Solo. Covering the WWE Champion for a major victory. Leg is hook, shoulders down. Scoring 2 on Drew and a kick out by the Scottish Warrior, our WWE Champion. You gotta imagine the number 1 contender, Roman Reigns, looking on very closely right here in this matchup to see what is going down with Drew McIntyre ahead of Clash at the Castle in Glasgow. Drew McIntyre able to get to his feet, but not right back down the sides by the Samoan Street Champ Solo Sikoa. This big Samoan skull with a headbutt really hurting Drew's head tonight. And Solo stomping away in his head to make it even worse. And look at this. The Samoan spikes. There's 3 in a row. 4, 5, 6, 7. God damn. Solo Sikoa spike in the chest of McIntyre. And for the cover for a major win tonight in your main event. And a kick out by Drew. Holy hell. Solo Sikoa, if he wins this, maybe he becomes a full-fledged member of the SmackDown roster. Maybe he gets the shot at Clash at the Castle. Maybe he joins Roman Reigns. Then who will be acknowledging who? Well, there's McIntyre right back on the attack, taking down Solo in your main event tonight on SmackDown. McIntyre picking up Sikoa once again and gonna throw him around the ring with authority. And there's Drew McIntyre, ladies and gentlemen, on fire tonight, folks. Drew McIntyre on fire, but there's Solo. Oh God, what a big clothesline! An incredible clothesline by Sikoa. Gonna slow down the pace of this matchup. The best move in all of professional wrestling is certainly the way to do so. There's the neck crank by Solo on Drew McIntyre, and this big matchup tonight. Big fight for you. Solo, his first matchup on the SmackDown brand. Could be losing out to McIntyre though. Air raid crash by Drew. Cover, leg hook, shoulders down. Scores 2 for the victory and a kick out. Oh man. Solo Sikoa able to kick out. Heading up to the top now though is Drew McIntyre. He tried this early, will he connect this time? Yes he will. Beautiful leg drop. Right on the throat of Sikoa. Leg hook now, shoulders down on Solo. Scores 2. Another near fall. Another near fall. Holy smokes, Solo still alive. Big kick upside the top of the head by Sikoa. Runs out on a big massive clothesline. On to the WWE Champion. Solo now picking him up to his feet. Solo, got him, spinning, Solo! He connected with all of it, covered by Sikoa to defeat the WWE Champion. This is what Reigns would certainly love to see. A kick out by McIntyre. This man can't be beaten. Is he able to be toppled? Who even knows, but Solo Sikoa certainly can't do it just yet anyway. McIntyre rolls through, running in with a neck breaker by Drew. Both men in serious ways of hurting here as Drew McIntyre picking up Solo Sikoa right now. Irish whip gonna send him into the corner now. There's McIntyre and gonna launch him right through the other side of the ring with an overhead barrel to belly by Drew McIntyre now. And Drew, we saw him fly earlier on. Will he fly again? Yes, he will! Toe break on heel on the outside, taking out Sikoa on the floor now. Drew McIntyre on fire. Sikoa is terrified. And maybe Roman Reigns will be backstage, or maybe if he's even here tonight. We don't know. Maybe he's just in his home watching this one take place here, take shape. It's Solo getting his ass kicked by the WWE Champion, but there's a kick by Solo Sikoa. Fighting right back. Solo now, what's he going to mind? Irish whip going to send McIntyre to the corner now. Back and forth action tonight on SmackDown. Solo Sikoa looking to do his thing here. Middle rope. Here goes Solo. Avalanche Samoa drop by Sikoa against the WWE Champion now. Cover. Shoulders down on Drew. This could do it. Scoring 2. Kick out again by McIntyre. Man, still not enough to put Drew down. And Solo again with that big Samoan skull with a headbutt. You never want to get into a headbutt off with a Samoan. Certainly will damage your skull in ways you cannot imagine it. But there's a headbutt from Drew. He don't care. He don't give a damn. And there's a future shock DDT. That could shock the future of Sikoa. The cover here. The 2 count. And a kick out by Solo. Now is Solo still hanging in from the future shock DDT. My days. Big shot there from Solo though. And now Solo Sikoa. Oh, Goozles Drew by the throat. There's the spike. The spike. Got him in the chest. Cover. Leg hook. Shoulders down. Scores 2 against Solo. Do it. No, not yet. Not yet. Oh my days. Solo Sikoa running in. Big spinning heel kick now by Solo. Another street champ middle rope. Gonna fly in on McIntyre. Double axe handle there. An incredible matchup. And your main event live in Kansas City, Kansas this evening. On SmackDown. Stop moving out the way. Clothesline by McIntyre. And Solo again rolling to the floor. Drew not happy with it whatsoever. Looking to fly off the apron, but moving out the way here at ringside in front of us. Went for a senton off the apron. Solo moved out the way. Back and forth though they brawl on the outside of Solo. Falls right into our announce table. Right in front of us here at ringside. McIntyre, big kick, future shot. DDT on the outside. Second time of the match with a future shot connecting his Solo. Or onto Solo. As McIntyre. And I send a message to Roman Reigns for a Clash of the Castle. McIntyre now shooting the half, hook in the leg, shoulders down on Sikoa, scoring 2. And another kick out by the Street Champ. Are you serious? After all he went through last night against Dragon Lee in Nashville on NXT, he is still bringing an incredible fight against the WWE Champion, the biggest star of the series, and Drew McIntyre. We've got a slugfest on deck tonight. Back and forth action. Trading shots, trading blows as McIntyre and Sikoa. Who's going to get the upper hand here? Solo, big right hand there. McIntyre with one of his own. And there's Solo battling back in your main event. Crucial point of the matchup tonight. Both men getting a big opportunity here in Drew McIntyre clobbering Solo Sikoa down to the mat. Big club to the back. Drew's got this one in the bag now. Picking up Solo. Another rear raid crash connected. Good night, Sikoa. Send a message to Reigns for Clash of the Castle. He's counting down. The end for Sikoa. There's the Claymore out of the corner. That's the second Claymore of the match. But Drew ain't done. Not by a long shot. To show Reigns what he could be in for in the OVO Hydro in Glasgow, Scotland. Another Claymore. Third of the match by McIntyre. The cover, the 2 count, and the 3. The WWE Champion stands tall tonight live on SmackDown in Kansas City, Kansas. What a matchup. Solo brought it tonight, but once again the story remains the same. Drew McIntyre still undefeated, still unstoppable, but maybe Roman Reigns will be able to do it at Clash of the Castle. Maybe Solo will soften him up enough. But who knows, we're going to have to wait and see in just under 2 weeks' time at Clash of the Castle on the OVO Hydro Live in Glasgow, Scotland. But what a match nonetheless, folks. What a matchup and what a show it's been. That's all we have time for, folks. Thank you very much for joining us here this evening in Kansas City, Kansas for the Screen Edition of SmackDown. Join us tomorrow for another exciting installment of WWE Dark. You don't want to miss it, and we'll see you then. Until then, have a good one, folks. Take care and peace.